Hemingford replied. "He was an icon of the Old West. I'm sure he's dead by now." Sally smiled. "Your assumption that he is dead is a bit premature. He is here now, about to have dinner with you." Sally sat. "You?" Hemingford said, his face lighting up with interest as he looked across the table. "You are Kirby Jensen. You really have read about me, haven't you?" "Yes, Kirby is my name, though I use it only on official papers, like on my passport," he added. Hemingford stuck his hand across the table. "Mr. Jensen, it is a real pleasure to meet you." They clasped hands, each with a strong grip. "Why don't you call me Smoke? I'm a lot more comfortable with that." "I can understand that," Hemingford said. "I think a person should have a good name, other than the one they got from their parents at birth. I really don't like the name Ernest, and I've been thinking about coming up with something new." "What about Papa?" Sally suggested. "Why Papa?" Hadley asked. "Well, he looks a little like my father did," Sally said. "And there is something warm and inviting about someone called Papa." Hemingford smiled. "Papa," he said. "Yes, I like that. Papa Hemingford it shall be." "Why are you going to Paris, Ernest? Papa?" Smoke asked. Hemingford chuckled. "Ernest is fine. It will take me a while to get used to Papa as a moniker. I'm going to Paris because I have a job as foreign correspondent for the Toronto Star." "Do you really think there will be enough news in Paris that would be of interest to the readers in Toronto?" Hemingford shook his head. "You don't understand. I won't be writing news stories as such. My job will be to write features, human interest stories, articles that grab the reader emotionally when I come across one." He looked directly at Smoke. "And I think I have just come across one. I'll do one about you." "Mr. Hemingford, I'm flattered that you would want to use me as your subject, but there have already been a lot of stories written about me, and some of them are even true," Smoke added with a smile. "But those days when the West was young and when a person lived by his wits and sometimes his gun are over. I don't believe you can find anything new." "You are still ranching, aren't you? Sugarloaf, I believe it is called." "Yes." "Let's make a deal, Smoke. I won't tell you how to run Sugarloaf, and you don't tell me how to write." Though Hemingford's response was almost a challenging statement, any edge it may have had was ameliorated by a wide grin. Smoke laughed. "All right, fair enough. I'll be fine with that." "We'll be at sea for 7 days. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to spend a couple of hours with me each day. By the end of the voyage, I should have enough information to write a story about an icon of the American West. Would you be willing to start now?" "All right. Where would you like to start?" "You said that a mentor and old friend gave you your name. Why don't we just start with that and just let it flow from there?" "He was called Preacher," Smoke began. Chapter 1. The Story. "You're a preacher?" Kirby Jensen asked, when the old man told him his name. "Didn't say I was a preacher. I said that's my handle. That's what folks call me." Kirby laughed out loud. "What you laughing at, boy?" "I'm laughing at your name." "It ain't nice to scoff at a man's name. If I wasn't a gentle type of man, I might let the hairs on my neck get stiff." "Preacher can't be your real name." "Well, no, you're right about that. But I've been called preacher for so long now that I've near about forgot my Christian name. So, preacher it'll be. That or nothing." "Where do you live?" "I live in the High Lonesome." "Where's the High Lonesome?" "Well, it ain't so much of a where as it is a thing. It's whistling wind and the silence of the mountains, and I wouldn't want to live nowhere else."